Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. President Biden has promised millions of green new jobs.
We did something that's long overdue, that long has been talked about in Washington, but never actually been done. The House of Representatives passed an Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. That's a fancy way of saying a bipartisan infrastructure bill, a once-in-a-generation investment that's going to create millions of jobs, modernize our infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our broadband, a whole range of things, to turn the climate crisis into an opportunity. And it puts us on a path to win the economic competition of the 21st century that we face with China and other large countries and the rest of the world. It's going to create more jobs, good-paying jobs, union jobs that can't be outsourced, and they're going to transform our transportation system with the most significant investments in passenger rail, the most significant investment in 50 years, in roads and bridges, the most significant investment in 70 years, and more investment in public transit than we've ever made.
The president says this is the first time it's ever been done, but he did the same thing 12 years ago. In 2009, he promised 5 million green new jobs with his massive spending bill, but he actually delivered on less than 5,000. Dozens of green energy companies like Solyndra were created, and they all failed. What Biden did 9 years ago was to transfer lots of money from taxpayers' pockets into those of his wealthy benefactors. Biden is hoping that the public doesn't remember what he did 12 years ago. And he's also hoping that the public doesn't remember last year. Public transportation in cities was considered one of the primary sources of virus transmission. Biden and his friends have made everybody afraid of public transit. And Biden, who spent last year hiding in his basement from the virus, is now trying to force everybody else into public transportation. One thing for certain, Biden's not going to be using the public transport. Biden and his staff just generated massive CO2 emissions traveling to his climate conference in Scotland. Nothing that Biden is saying or doing is true or makes any sense, and it's not intended to. His actions are intended to demoralize and restrict the American people. Toto's been pulling back the curtain on Joe Biden for the past 13 years. You can visit him, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.